Are you guys ready for another stream? The stream of your dreams. Nintendo Prime. Yeah. Whoa. How's everyone doing? Welcome back to Nintendo Prime, everybody. Yeah. Oh yeah. We're back, baby. How's it going? It's a Friday night. Can you believe it? Friday night, a regular stream starting at our regular time. Oh boy, next week we get back into our full streaming schedule for the rest of July. We'll have our podcast returning next week. We got our Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday streams, podcast on Wednesdays. Everything starting at 8 p.m. Central Time. Oh boy, am I excited. Oh man, I'm so hyped right now. I have not done literally a normal stream at a normal time in a long time, almost since E3, baby. Oh boy. How you guys doing? Let's say hi to everyone who's active in the chat right now. So we got Amor12321_ is here. We got Chris Gonzalez here. Craze is Koth is here. Dante Steiner is here. We got Adrian is here. We got Black Raven is here as well. Chris Gonzalez. Death Scythe 628. Let's see, David Haney is here. Welcome, man. We got Don Waffle. We got Goatman012. Justin Basil is here as well. Home Films is here. We got Eric Isaac is here as well. Let's see, I said hi to Justin Basil. We got Cody B is here. Sabrina Havens is here. Seahawks24 Rule is here as well. We got the Elemental Hero, the Shadowlink Dragon Wolf King. The Male 518. Trevor Gaffery. We got XAOZ is here as well. Don't forget about Broski Y. Remember, you want to be shouted out, just say something in the chat, baby. Let's see here. We got Bran is here. Chris Gonzalez? I thought I said hi to Chris Gonzalez. Maybe I didn't. Yeah, you guys are awesome. I think that's everyone. Is that everyone? Kind of a small crowd today? Home Films? I feel like it's a small crowd today. That's all right. What do we got? 60, 50, 70? 70. Yeah, it's a bit of a small crowd, especially since last time I did regular streams, we were getting like 150, 250 people. I wonder if the hype has died down now that E3's come and gone, right? E3's come, E3's gone. Switch Pro hasn't really come and gone yet, but maybe people's excitement for it has come and gone. We got Skyward Sword HD on the horizon coming up here in a few weeks. Actually, 2 weeks from today, officially. So we got that going on. So we'll be talking a bit about Skyward Sword HD because we did get some quality of life updates. So now we have a bit more to talk about and whether or not you guys feel like it's worth $60 or not. And then, Netflix, as of June 30th, is no longer available on Wii U or 3DS. It doesn't work. They got rid of the ability to download it at the end of last year, but as of June 30th, it doesn't even work on 3DS or Wii U. So that officially ends all Netflix support for the last couple of devices that had it for Nintendo, which is kind of interesting since obviously they have an active device that's about to cross 100 million in sales here this year, and we don't have Netflix. Big deal? Not a big deal? I mean, at this point, it's hard to call it too big of a deal. 100 million units. Haven't had Netflix ever. But, Netflix has been kind of one of those mainstays on pretty much any platform that exists, whether it's phones, consoles, smart TVs. How many of you guys have smart TV? How many of your TVs right now literally have a dedicated Netflix button? That's how popular Netflix is. It's on everything. Even if you're not subscribed to it, it doesn't matter. You're aware of what it is at this point, right? So, I don't know. It's kind of weird to see an end of an era. Some people were wondering, were they waiting for the Switch version for these ones to close? No. The Switch was each platform has a separate contract with Netflix. The contract for Netflix for those prior platforms was not renewed and ran out. That's why they're no longer working. I mean, who really cares? I'm sure somebody cares. So tonight, it is Friday night. So every super chat and donation leads to shots, baby! Woo! Shots. So we got shots flowing tonight for every super chat and donation. Also, if we hit 5 new members, we will do a giveaway for the entire chat. Membership is hitting that little join button and becoming the latest member of the board of directors of Nintendo Prime. Just a goal of 5. Not too crazy. Not too crazy. Not like E3. Although we did hit the E3 goal. That was, still can't believe we hit that goal. All right. So, let's talk about this stuff, shall we? Let's start with Skyward Sword. So, quality of life improvements have come to Skyward Sword. We now know pretty much most of what we can expect, although the Twitter accounts mentioned that there'll be more, these improvements and more. Although in the improvements, they didn't mention the amiibo. So it's possible that is just the more the referencing. We can't presume that when the game launches, there's going to be even more quality of life improvements, but we also can't dismiss that there might be more quality of life improvements. So we just have to wait and see. But the quality of life improvements we know we already do. Obviously, the game's in HD, right? Higher resolution, going to look crisper and better on your TVs. Higher frame rates, obviously, equals smoother gameplay. And we already knew about things like, hey, you know what? There's button controls this time around. So you can use motion or button and probably have a similar experience, or at least a playable experience. So that's really exciting. So then, what else did they do? Well, they have streamlined Fee Fi Fo Fum, as I was calling her. I always forget how it's either Fee or Fi. I can't remember which way you pronounce it. But Fi, one of the main characters in the game, and I don't want to get too much into spoiler territory with her, but in the original game, she could be a bit annoying. Mostly because she had uninterruptible instances in the game. Like, you couldn't stop her. So every time you get like a new item, she would pop up and explain that item. And you couldn't stop it. It wasn't like Navi in Ocarina of Time, who would always go, hey, listen! And yeah, hey, listen would get annoying, but you didn't actually have to talk to Navi 99% of the time. It would just be like hit up on your, hit the C up button to talk to Navi. That is basically what they've done now with Fi. They've made it where instead of it being like a audible thing, like "Hey, listen" or "Master, your batteries are depleted," like having some sort of thing like that. Instead, it's just a little sound effect and a glowing sheath on the Master Sword. So yeah, that glows. I guess a glowing hilt, not sheath. So glowing hilt, and then you can hit the D-pad to the right, I believe it is, or maybe it's D-pad up, and then you can talk to that person, and they either have they have information on your Fee Fi Fo Fum, has information on your quest, your current quest at the time, has information on hints and tips, rumors, which rumors were part of this game, and I'm not talking about the kind of rumors that you might be thinking about. I'm talking about the sort of rumors that some lead you to finding interesting things in this game, other things lead you to finding nothing. So they're literally like rumors, except they're built into the game, and we already know which ones are true and which ones are not true. But yeah, that's a lot of fun. And then another quality of life improvement was that they made it so you could fast scroll through text. So before you used to have to wait for the text to come up slowly, you can now rapidly hit A and the text will pop up right away, and then you can move on. And you can also skip cutscenes. Those are all definitely quality of life improvements. Some of them more smaller than others, but all technically good. They are changes from the original game. One change I forgot to mention is actually quite a big one. In the past, when you would pick up certain items in the game, run into it like bugs or certain collectibles or even stamina refills and stuff like that, every time you restarted the game, it would re-prompt that item like it's the first time you've ever gotten it. That's gone now. Now it'll only pop up one time, and as soon as you save, it doesn't come back again. You could still obviously go into your menu system and talk to Fee Fi Fo Fum and figure out what to do. God, I can't remember if it's called Fi or Fee. See, there's no voice acting in this game. I think the first time I heard it officially said was Hyrule Warriors? I think Hyrule Warriors, they actually said her name in it. Could be wrong, though. I don't know. To this day, I still can't remember if it's Fi or Fee. There's probably an official, Nintendo's probably said it at some point, is what I'm saying. So there's probably an official way to say it. I'm just not sure which it is. So we now know all of those quality of life improvements. So now the question is, okay, it's $60. So worth it? Now that we have these quality of life improvements, is Skyward Sword HD at $60 worth it to you? Now, I could talk about me personally. Skyward Sword was already worth it at $60 for me when they announced it. But that's because, one, I don't have a way to currently play the old one. I don't own the older platforms, and I don't own the game. So it's going to cost me more than $60 to buy an older platform and buy that game anyways, right? So, yeah, it's actually the cheapest way for me to play it without emulating. And the thing about this game with emulating is I don't have, I don't want to sync up my I don't have a Wii remote basically, so I don't want to sync that up with a computer. And while fans have created workarounds to button remap, it's not perfect and it's a bit glitchy. And I'm assuming it will be perfect and not glitchy in the official version. So I don't really want to emulate the game on PC. And obviously, there's also legalities with that. I don't actually own a copy of the game. Downloading ROMs is technically against the law. Creating your own is not, but I don't even own a copy, so I can't even oh yeah, I own a copy, so I feel morally okay. No, I don't at all. I sold it a long time ago. Woe is me. So it actually is the cheapest way for me to play it legally. And yeah, 60 FPS was kind of the big selling point for me. 60 FPS. I want every Zelda game to be 60 FPS. I'll pay $60 for that. Now, that's me. I have an admitted bias for Zelda, an admitted bias for Nintendo in general, but especially Zelda. I'm not saying this game is as good or worth as much at $60 in terms of what they've done to the game as Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, or even Super Mario 3D World when we got that ported, but then they added that Bowser's Fury mode in, right? I'm not arguing that this is the same value as Super Mario 3D All-Stars, or that the Spyro trilogy that was cheaper and fully remastered, and stuff like that. There's been games that have definitely earned that $60 price tag more than this one in terms of making an HD version of it. But I have a bias and an affinity towards Zelda. Skyward Sword's one of my favorite Zelda games. I have not actually played the game in 9 years at this point. It's a decade old, and I literally played through it twice in the first year it came out, and then that was it. I haven't touched it since. So it's been 9 years, roughly, maybe 9.5, since I've actually played Skyward Sword. So it's been a long time for me. And yeah, it's 60 FPS, and I'll spend, Zelda games to me personally have a value that isn't realistic for general consumers, and I know that. As an example, I'd pay $100 today to play Breath of the Wild, even though it's only $60 and you can get it for $45 on Amazon. If you couldn't get it for anything less than $100 and I didn't already own the game, I'd spend $100 on it easy. So Zelda games and my bias and affinity towards them is going to lead to me, and the fact it's been 9 years for this one, for me personally, it leads me to being hey, you know what? It's worth it to me. But that doesn't mean that I necessarily think they've done a lot to justify that $60 tag. But I'm curious what you guys think. I can admit my biases is essentially what I'm trying to tell you. So yeah, $60 is okay to me, but I'd pay more for your average Zelda game than most of you guys would anyways. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think it's worth the $60 price tag? Basically, are you going to buy Skyward Sword HD? I guess that's the fundamental question. Let's put a poll in the chat for this. Are you going to buy? And we don't even have to talk about at $60 because Skyward Sword HD is not going to drop in price pretty much for the rest of the life of Switch. So yeah. Let's put that poll up right now and see what you guys think in the poll. Chris Gonzalez is not worth $60, but you will buy on a resale market probably. Very curious, what do Switch games go for on the resale market? Because if they're still selling at $59.99 retail, then what's the resale? $45, $50? $55 probably at GameStop. Male 15 says they'll buy it. David Haney says. Walmart will have it at $50. Yeah, well, I'm not considering the Walmart pricing. That's for all video games at Walmart. They're $10 less. Walmart basically takes a hit on their profits to get $10 cheaper, try to convince people to come in store, hoping that you'll buy more than just the game. So yeah, that's a Walmart special thing. We're not gonna. By the way, if you didn't know that, if you don't pre-order games and you just go into Walmart day one, you can get them $10 cheaper at Walmart in person. I don't know how many people are aware of that, but that is something Walmart does. Obviously, you can't guarantee it's going to be in stock, so that's one of the things you have to worry about. But let's see here. Did you get a copy with a Steelbook? No, I did not. Let me see here. I never played it or watch it. I pay $100 for the experience. See, okay. You're paying $60 in the eShop. Already pre-ordered it. I speedrun this game and I have to buy it regardless of $60 or not. Why? Goatman, why do you here's the thing. Nobody has to buy a game unless it's like your job. So as an example, if you're like the owner of, say, Zelda Dungeon, right? And Zelda Dungeon, I know, gets enough traffic where the owner, that's his career, that's his job. Well, yeah, he has to buy the game because if there's any differences, he's got to update his walkthroughs and do additional coverage of it, right? So, like, the owner of that website would have to buy the game for their job. But if that's not the case, then nobody has to ever buy a game. We need to always note that, like, it's okay to not buy a game. Like, totally fine. I'm not going to judge you for not buying Skyward Sword HD or not thinking Skyward Sword HD is worth it. Totally fine, by the way. I don't care what you're into it's your money. Spend your money how you want to spend it, but no one should ever feel like they have to buy a game. Unless there's an underlying reason for that. Like, oh, you are a game reviewer and you know it's a big game with your audience. Well, okay, then yeah, you probably, whatever. Got to buy the game if you're not getting a review copy. Like, stuff like that. Like, I can understand some certain job scenarios where you have to buy it. Let's see here. I don't mind paying $60, says Jesus Calderon. All right. Octochar says I might buy it, but you don't know yet. I'll be using my $14 in gold points to put towards Skyward Sword HD and my Microsoft points. I'll be redeeming Microsoft points. You'll get Microsoft points for Nintendo purchase. Can you explain that one to me? That's the first I've seen that. I'm still getting Twilight Princess for Switch. I have no idea. The people who originally said we were are still saying we're going to get it, but I have no idea personally. How many hours of gameplay can you expect? Well, Sunnyside Z, putting an hour of gameplay expectation is tough on any game like this because it's going to greatly depend on, are you just trying to rush to the end or are you trying to enjoy the full experience? So what I mean is, there's a lot of side quests. Are you going to do the side questing? Are you going to worry about item upgrading? Or are you just worried about, I want to see the whole story start to finish as fast as possible? Full story, start to finish fast as possible is probably like, not counting, I'm not counting people who could speedrun the game. I'm just saying a general consumer playing start to finish. I think probably could expect anywhere from like I don't know, 25 to 30 hours if you just want to experience the story. But if you include side quests and doing other things in the game and working on your upgrades and all that jazz, 100%ing obviously takes longer. But just let's just say you casually do some side quests and some other stuff, you're probably going to get anywhere from 30, 40 out of it, I would say. But keep in mind, I'm also like a very experienced Zelda player. So for me, the Zelda games aren't that hard for me to pick up and play. So I might not be a good judge of like an average consumer who's maybe never played it before. But kind of all depends, It really depends on the player. Skyward Sword HD locked at 60 FPS because some parts of the overview trailer looked 30 FPS. So from what I could tell, Electrolad, this is just me making a quick observation of the latest footage. The gameplay is 60, and I think the cutscenes are still 30. I think that's why it looks a little weird. Because there's a lot of cutscenes. This is I think this has the most cutscenes in Zelda. Pretty sure. It also has the deepest story in Zelda, which explains why there's so many cutscenes. So, I do think that the cutscenes themselves are still 30 FPS while the gameplay is 60. So I think that's why you're getting a bit of a jarring effect of going from 60 to 30 back to 60. Why they did that, why they didn't up the cutscenes to 60 FPS, I don't know. They're probably pre-rendered, I assume. They were probably all pre-rendered at 30, and so they just didn't bother to up it to 60. What timeline does Breath of the Wild take place? It takes place at the end of the timeline, as far as we know right now. And it looks like it's a possible Dragon Break. It looks like it might be taking place after an event happens that brings all three timelines back together. That's what it appears. We don't factually know, but that it appears to me to be happening in a time when all the timelines have reconverged. Just gonna play the Wii version on launch day, so I'm playing at the same time. Chris Gonzalez says, top 5 Zelda games. Where does Skyward Sword land? Ooh, is it in my top 5? Breath of the Wild, Zelda 2. I don't know, controversial. Zelda 2 is your number 2 game. Oh my god. See, my top 5 flips a lot. I'd probably still go with Spirit Tracks. Then Twilight Princess? Or maybe the Wind Waker instead? I don't know. It's like Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, Skyward Sword, somewhere in there. They're like all jumbled. I don't know. I'd have to sit down and revisit the games to really figure out to me where I'd rank them. It's been a long time since I've really contemplated my full rankings of all the games. Oh, you can do Microsoft Awards for Walmart gift cards. Okay. Big brain moment. Not including Age of Calamity, right? Age of Calamity takes place before Breath of the Wild. So even if you're talking about including Age of Calamity on the timeline, that still doesn't happen after Breath of the Wild. That happens before. So as it stands right now of currently released games, Breath of the Wild is the furthest down the timeline game that currently is released. Breath of the Wild 2, we presume, is obviously going to be after that. Let's see here. There are people in the Zelda community who are very much against the Dragon Break theory. Of course there are. There's always going to be people until Nintendo releases a timeline update that shows all three of them reconverged. You're always going to have people being like, yeah, no, it's not that. If it can happen factually in Elder Scrolls, I don't know why it can't happen in Zelda. But hey, that's just a theory, a game theory. Thanks for watching. Nintendo is the king of confusing timelines. You got that right. You should do a video and rating every single Zelda game. That would be interesting. We'll see. I've done one a long time ago. I don't know if I want to do it again. It's a lot of work. That's the big thing. Is it you would think it's just easy. It's just my opinion, but I got to go back and play each game, and then I gotta reassess my feelings on it and take a whole bunch of notes and move things around, and it's a lot of work. Which I would be glad to do, but I don't do YouTube full time, so hopefully they make a game that explains how the timelines converge. Wouldn't that be cool? Let's see here. Spirit Tracks is severely underrated. I can agree with that. So yeah, there's that news today, and then obviously Netflix. Does anyone else care that Netflix isn't on Switch? Now that we have services are closed, you can't even run it on Wii U, Wii, or 3DS anymore. Does anyone care Netflix isn't on Switch? It's been so long since there was that back and forth between Nintendo and Netflix publicly about why it's not on Switch. With Nintendo saying ask Netflix and Netflix saying ask Nintendo. And it's weird because it clearly was a contractual dispute. We have other streaming services on Switch. No, all of them, of course. But we got the YouTube app now, so now you can watch YouTube live streams. Can you watch YouTube TV through it? I'm not sure if you can do that, but you can watch YouTube live streams. You can watch Hulu on Switch as well, and I think there's now a anime service you can watch on here as well. So they've been adding more, but we still don't have we don't have some of the big ones like Amazon Prime's not on Switch. Netflix isn't on Switch. So, like, I feel like it's not just a Netflix issue. I feel like Nintendo themselves is almost anti stream, but then they have game streaming. So I don't really like Disney Plus as well. That's another big one. Like, how do we have Hulu but not Disney Plus when Disney owns both of them? I mean, here's the thing. I personally wouldn't use my Switch for streaming, but that's because I have like every TV in my house is a smart TV. I do use an Apple TV separate device for my bedroom right now. I used to have it down here. It's in my bedroom right now. And I have a Xbox Series X and a PlayStation 5 hooked up to my main TV in my studio. So if for some reason I'm having issues with the Samsung apps, because sometimes Samsung, I don't know if you guys have this problem with Samsung smart TVs. Sometimes the apps don't work very well, or like the Wi-Fi chip's really weak, and it just doesn't, like, you have a 4K TV, but you're not getting a 4K image. So then it's better to run it through like a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox. I've had that happen. So that's something. But otherwise, I also watch on my phone too sometimes. But yeah, I don't find myself watching that often with like a Switch. But I'm also, again, I have a breadth of technology to watch on. Not everyone does. Like, if you're a kid, I wouldn't mind my kids being able to watch Netflix on their Switch. I mean, my son has a Switch Lite. I wouldn't care if he could watch. I mean, he'd be the one that would watch Netflix on his Switch. And I don't have a problem with that. Like, so like for my household, there would be some people that would use Netflix on Switch if it was there. So it is kind of weird that we don't have it. Just because, hey, there are certain situations and certain people, I think mostly kids, but still, that would use their Switch in that way. There's also some people that, hey, they might be rocking older TVs that really suck with smartness. And it'd be cool to just dock your thing. They're 1080p TVs, just dock your Switch and stream. I mean, there were people that were using Wii to stream Netflix for a long time. So it's weird that we don't have it, right? At least I think it's weird. You have that problem with your Samsung TV? Yeah. Yeah, the Samsung TV, this TV in here, I've had issues time to time. That's why I have the Apple TV, was originally for this TV, because my cable service provider, they don't do 4K cable boxes, which is stupid, but they do 4K streaming TV through Apple TV. So you wonder, oh, you have an iPhone, so you're an Apple guy. No, like I literally have Android TVs. Our favorite streaming service to use is a Roku, but they don't. My cable company doesn't do 4K TV streaming through Roku. It's exclusively with a contract with Apple. Hence why I have an Apple TV. And the Apple TV is fine. It works great. It's just, we prefer Roku, personally. But we have, so this TV's got the Samsung stuff, which I don't know if is it a spinoff of Android or is it its own thing? I don't really know. Then we have an Android TV in our living room, upstairs. In our bedroom, we have an Android TV, but that Android TV was cheap. And so, like, it's stupidly so slow. I think the processor inside is just too slow. So it crashes all the time, and the menus, it takes forever to move in. So that's why the Apple TV is hooked up there, because it's like, yeah, we don't want to deal with that shit when we're watching TV in our room. I don't know. Netflix on Switch, though, like, I mean, my bedroom's a perfect example where I might actually be willing to put a dock in my bedroom. Even though it's a 4K TV, it's not like a huge TV, right? It's like a 40-inch TV or a 42-inch. It's not huge. Like, we'd be probably fine with it just a 1080p feed, but is what it is. Spectrum, yeah, Spectrum's a bitch, but it's like the only service we have around here. Yeah, your Samsung is, yeah, see, that's just weird. It's weird. And right now, out of all of the streaming devices in my house, like when I watch live TV, because we do have a cable box. We're not using the cable box at the moment because the dog chewed the remote for it, and they want to charge me $80 to get a new remote. Or I could just use the Spectrum streaming app. So I just use the Spectrum streaming app. But in all the different streaming apps, on all the different devices, it runs quickest on my Apple TV. Like if I'm watching on my Apple TV and I'm watching on my phone, the Apple TV stream will be ahead of my phone. It'll be ahead of everything. Even the Roku comes in second. So clearly Spectrum's like favoring Apple devices with the streaming. Again, they have a contract with Apple too, so what are you gonna do? Yeah, but Roku does a pretty good job with it as well. Although I think officially they have removed the Spectrum app off of Roku. We just have it pre-downloaded from before. I don't know. I hate that's the thing about all this streaming crap. All these, and this is what's happening with Switch. All these contracts for all this streaming shit, and like some people just get left behind. Like, oh, you want Netflix, but you only happen to have, you have a kid that you want to just send in the other room to watch some, Netflix or whatever on their Switch while you're doing what you want to do on your main TV. You can't because Nintendo has a contract dispute with them. So, too bad. Not everyone has multiple smart TVs in their house like I do. I have a riches of technology. I talked about this before. On my live stream right now, there's this screen, this screen, this screen, that screen, and this screen. So right now I've got five. I've got 3 monitors and 2 TVs running right now. I have a 6th monitor right here that I'm not using currently, and I've got 3 computers running right now for this live stream. 3 computers, although one's just this laptop that's just here for me to read the chat, basically. So really 2 computers to run this stream, and I have an embarrassment of riches of tech because I'm a tech enthusiast. But I know that's not the case in a lot of homes. Most people don't even have a house as big as I do or a yard as big as I do, right? Most people that I know were living in like the shitty 2-bedroom apartment that I used to live in, and you're lucky if you have a single TV in the house. Maybe you have 2. Maybe you have one in the living room, one in your bedroom. Maybe. But a lot of people I know growing up, they have a single TV. So like having Netflix on something like Switch is of benefit in a household like that. So I don't know. It's a pain in the butt. Miiverse has been gone a long time. Ocarina of Time is not in my top 5. Ocarina of Time is not in my top 10. Dun dun dun. Majora's Mask is up there. Used to be in my top 5, then it drops to like 8, then it bounces back to like 3. So this is the thing with Zelda. I'm such a huge fan of the whole series. There's a lot of fluctuation. Like outside of like my top 2, my top 2 are pretty firm. It's Breath of the Wild and Zelda 2. After that, everything is so fluid and moves around in my list a lot depending on what I'm feeling that day. I'll make a list today, and then tomorrow the list might be entirely different based on what I'm feeling that day. Like what kind of mood am I in for gaming? What kind of Zelda game do I prefer to play that day? And that could literally change the whole order of the list. Handheld mode is worthless. What are you talking about? Netflix leaves Nintendo platform. So Netflix, as of June 30th, no longer works on Wii U and 3DS. So now that means there are no Nintendo platforms at the moment that can run Netflix. Well, they all can run it, but like are currently running Netflix. They don't work anymore. Why don't you rate Ocarina? I do rate Ocarina. It's just not in my top 10. Home films. Is it possible that the champions could return in Breath of the Wild 2 and Mipha or Zelda? They're dead. Spoiler! The champions are dead in Breath of the Wild. Didn't know if you were aware. They died. They don't exist anymore. So, I would say the champions probably aren't coming back in Breath of the Wild 2. Just a guess. Could be time travel involved. Could be some crazy stuff. But my gut feeling is no champions. The focus of the first game was on the champions. Second game will not be focused on them at all, and they will not be present. That's just my guess, by the way. I don't actually know. Of course, we don't know enough. Yeah, if you want fast internet around here, Spectrum's the only choice in my area. A bit south of me, about 20 miles south of me, you can start getting like Verizon is in some places with fiber. That's what I was thinking, fiber. So they're starting to offer fiber. But the only cable internet provider in my area is that. Otherwise, you're stuck with satellite, which is not as good. Or you can get dial-up, of course. Believe it or not, there are places that still offer dial-up service. No thanks. I could also get Clearwire Wireless, which is DSL. Which is, for someone like me, no thanks. Maybe for like an average consumer, DSL would be okay. I have no idea. I just remember the one time I had DSL, it was so bad that I'll pass. Like waiting on Netflix at 240p during peak times. Like seeing The Circle. I haven't seen The Circle on Netflix in a long time. I have a business line from Spectrum in my house. It's not fiber, but it is 1 gig. But it's not fiber, and I don't get 1 gig all the time. But yeah, like I haven't seen The Wheel on Netflix. Does Netflix even still have The Wheel? I don't even know. I haven't seen The Wheel on Netflix in like a year since I got the business line internet in my house. So yeah. 100 megabyte per second, and that's not bad, Amor. That's not bad. It wasn't too long ago that the fastest I could get from Charter was just 60. That was like 3 years ago. In my area, the fastest they offered was 60. The only reason the business line that I have has a gig is simply because they know that fiber is coming to my area here sometime in the next few years, and they want to convince me to not switch. Little do they know, I don't like Spectrum, so the moment fiber is here, I'm getting the fuck off of Spectrum. Done. Unless Spectrum's the one offering the fiber, fine. But I'm done. They overcharge way too much money. My internet bill is stupidly high. Now I know it's a business line, so I choose for it to be higher than it needs to be, but I shouldn't have to have a business line to get these speeds. So that's kind of like I shouldn't have to have a business line for these speeds, and they still restrict my upload like a bitch. I still can't get above 30 megabytes on uploads. 30, so think about it. I get a gig down, but I only get 30 megabytes up. Bullshit. You can't tell me those copper wires can't give me equal down and equal up. But they want to make you pay because there's a package above my package that'll give me 100 megabytes up if I'm willing to pay Charter an extra $250 on my business line per month. Oh yeah, Charter, I already give you 200. You want 450 for me to get just 100 megabyte upload? Fuck off. So dumb. I hate ISPs got us by the balls, man. It sucks. And especially in areas like I live in rural America, so like I know in cities there tends to be a lot more options. At least I've been told. I've never lived in a city, but I've been told there's more options in cities. I live in the middle of, bum F nowhere, Wisconsin. There is like no options. You get like one provider, and they pay the local government money to be the only provider. So like Charter Spectrum owns all of the cable lines in my area, and no one else is allowed to even use them. It's just dumb. You end up with no options. The only reason fiber is creeping in is because fiber requires new lines to be installed because they have to install a fiber optic line. And Charter doesn't own that because the fiber optic lines don't already exist in our area. They're brand new and have to get laid down, so new companies are able to come in and do that. So, there's a lot more cutscenes in Age of Calamity than Skyward Sword. Oh man. Here, hold on. You don't even have to hold on. There's entire collections on YouTube. You can just go look. So I don't know about total cutscenes. But Skyward Sword all cutscenes is 5 hours and 8 minutes. Just the cutscenes. 5 hours and 8 minutes. Age of Calamity is 2 hours and 27 minutes. So, yeah, Skyward Sword is twice as long. Just cutscenes. When I tell you that Skyward Sword is the most in-depth story in Zelda history. It's not even close. Not even close. Skyward Sword has such an in-depth, really long story. It's insane. Here's the thing, you don't even, with Skyward Sword, you don't even realize it, how many cutscenes there are. It is, we usually mock Nintendo for like Zelda games not having super in-depth stories. Usually they become in-depth because we read more into them with theories. You don't need theories with Skyward Sword to have a super in-depth story, because Nintendo basically gave you a 5-hour movie to watch. It's insane. 5 hours of cutscenes in Skyward Sword. Let's see here. My locked-in answer is not super old. Breath of the Wild's at 1, Ocarina of Time at 2, Skyward Sword at 3, Majora's Mask at 4, and this is the past. A Link Between Worlds at 5. Nice. Metroid Prime also is the best. Well, thanks, man. You don't have Skyward. Here you go. You don't remember it having that many cutscenes? Then you don't remember Skyward Sword. Here you go. Give it to you in crisp 4K 60 FPS as well, which means it's an emulator. But here you go. 5 hours and 8 minutes. Enjoy. See you tomorrow. 5 hours and 8 minutes. Enjoy. Spirit Tracks versus Phantom Hourglass. Not even close. Spirit Tracks stomps on Phantom Hourglass. Phantom Hourglass isn't even the same tier of video game, in my opinion. Get your popcorn ready. I can't use my main account to chat in YouTube live streams? Really? Even though I haven't done anything wrong? I don't know what your main account is, Christopher Lockhart. No, is that like a YouTube thing? I think our mods banned you. Maybe they did a while ago. I have no idea. I can't keep up on these things anymore. At least during E3, I couldn't keep up on it. Get your popcorn ready. Get your popcorn here. That blue shirt is a little snug. So this shirt does not fit me. Look. Here's an embarrassing. Although the shirt never fit me, but here we go. Close. It's not too far off. But it doesn't currently fit. It never fit me, by the way, when I bought it. It's closer to fitting me now than it used to be. But yeah, it doesn't fit me right now. What are you gonna do? I'm back to working out and everything. We're good, but have your moments. I'm not hitting the workouts as hard as I used to. I'm a big boy. I'm a big boy now. Nintendo Prime. Get your ass out of here. Get out of here. $1. You cheap motherfucker. I keep telling you, it's $20 or bust. Nobody asked you. No, I don't want to hear it. You're a cheapskate. No, I'm not taking off my shirt for $1. What am I, a stripper? You need a lot more singles than that. Like 20 of them. And you make it rain all over me. Just what the fuck? You know what? You're lucky it's Friday and I want to have a drink. We'll crack open a fresh cold one right now. Heck, I got a clean shot glass even. That's right. I cleaned my shot glass finally since E3. That's how long The shot glass went without being cleaned since E3. Crazy. You're lucky. I ain't partying for you. I don't party for Nintendo Prime. Not unless it's $20. Yeah, normally we do party modes on our super chats. Some of our regulars know this. No, there's no partying for Nintendo Prime. Not when he's such a cheap ass. Cheers to Nintendo Prime. Fucking fat ass. Oh, here we go. Here's somebody who knows how to do it right. Thank you, Pete Flans Ritter 29 for the £2. Euros? I always get confused. One is one line, one is two. Anyways, hey there. I really hope you're doing well. Thanks. That's another beer shot, baby. Beer shot, baby, this evening. Beer shot, baby. We got other booze we might get into too, depending if the super chats get really crazy tonight. Euros. All right, got it. Euros. I thought that was euros. I always get confused with euros and pounds. That's euros. All right. I'm from the U.S. All right. We just got like a little S. S with a couple lines. Cheers. Oh, you didn't think I was done, did you? You didn't think I'd be back, did you? Yeah. Damn it, voice mod. Why you gotta decide in the middle of a live stream? Oh, you know what? He's live right now. He's literally talking into his mic right now. Oh, we have to update. God damn it, voice mod. Now is not the time to update. It was you, Nintendo Prime, wasn't it? You fucker. Sitting over there on the couch, lounging, doing your little $1 super chats. It was you, wasn't it? You clicked the button, didn't you? I'm onto your shit. Onto your shit. Oh, God. All right. Did he dye his hair? Nah, I'm going backwards in time, baby. I turned 25 Monday. Legit turning 25. Not even kidding. My birthday's July 5th. I turned 25 years old, damn it. On Monday, 25. Just saying. Dye my beard. Dye my hair. What the fucking fool you take me for? You'll know when I dye it. I'll come on here with the Nintendo Prime Blue. When I got the blue beard and the blue hair. Then you'd be like, oh yeah. Truth be told. That's just my natural color, so. Just get out of here with that shit. I'm 25. Read the chat here. Have you, okay, yeah. Super Star Wars fan, 67. I'll get to you in a moment. That is a very good question. I'll get to you in a moment. So Super Star Wars fan, 67 says, hey, did you mail out the E3 prizes? So I talked about this briefly the other day. I'll talk about it again. I plan to make a community post on it. So none of the E3 prizes have been, I wish I could reach them right now. Some of them are right here, some of them are over there. None of the E3 prizes have been shipped yet. In fact, we still have some people waiting on digital codes as well. So here's what happened. Got the money like I planned, was getting ready to print out some shipping labels, and my card got declined. And I'm like, why is my card getting declined? That doesn't make any sense, right? Why would I be declined? Turns out my fiance, knowing that I got paid that day, decided to go on a little bit of a shopping trip without talking to me. Came home with a whole car full of a bunch of shit. And I'm like, honey, how'd you pay for that? Knowing already, because I checked my bank. And she's like, oh, I knew you got paid today, so I figured you wouldn't mind. Well, honey, that money was for E3. You bastard. So, I love her. It is what it is. So now I'm waiting on another paycheck to get everything shipped out. I can tell you this. I go on a cruise this month on July 25th. I will be shipping everything. I will be shipping everything before I leave on that cruise. I actually leave on the cruise on the 27th, but I go to my sister's in the cities. It's a long, confusing story. I don't want to get into it again. But I will have everything shipped before I go on the cruise, which is at the end of this month. Capiche? Are we capiche over here? Capiche. We have a $5. Mr. Pete 1985, thank you for that $5. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, we busted out the big guns for this. Okay, rum shot is not that big of a gun, but hey, it's bigger than beer, right? More booze than beer. It's Friday night, and the feeling's right. Friday night, oh yeah. Cheers. I just saw it. Nintendo Prime, $2. Again, you fucker. Why are you lying? You turned 35 on Monday. Don't lie. You turned 35, motherfucker. 25. You're just jealous. I'm 10 years. You see this shit? You see this? Look at this. Look at yourself a week ago. And look at all the gray hairs look, right now, look at all the gray hairs you're rocking. Do you see a gray hair anywhere on this mug? Do you see gray anywhere? That's right, because I'm 25. Or about to be. About to be 25. Fuck off. But I'll drink to that. I mean, I like to drink, so you're lucky. But don't be lying to the crowd. You turned 35 on Monday. I turned 25. I can't help that you're an elder statesman. Practically my dad. Jeez. Oh, we have another one. Thank you, P. Flans Ritter, 29 for the €1. Appreciate it. Get a little beer in me forever and ever. The bot just dude, I don't know what the bot. I'm 45, but I age like wine. My ex-wife ages like milk. Ouch. I mean, I know it's your ex, but still. Damn! Just spitting fire over here. All right, cheers. What's my favorite Zelda game? Breath of the Wild. You like banana cream? You like banana cream? Banana cream pie? So, I will be streaming Monday for my birthday. So, I hope you guys all tune out for Monday. Right, the current plan right now is to stream on Monday. The thing is, what throws a wrench in my plan to stream on Monday... No, I'll be streaming on Monday. So I will be streaming on Monday for my birthday. So no need to buy me birthday shots today, even though this is the last stream before my birthday. I mean, you want to buy me 4th of July ones today. That's cool. But I won't be streaming this weekend. Yeah, I'll be streaming on Monday for my birthday. But I usually stream on Mondays anyway, so you don't have to treat it as anything special. For me, I celebrate my birthday tomorrow. We have a little family get together at 1 o'clock tomorrow, 1 p.m. At 1 p.m. tomorrow, we have a little family get together. So technically, I'm celebrating my birthday tonight/tomorrow. Because, that makes sense. My actual birthday, here's what sucks. My birthday is July 5th. I'm in America. July 4th is this big thing. So on July 5th, I never get to celebrate my birthday because everyone's all wasted and just messed up from July 4th. So then I end up never getting to celebrate my birthday. So it kind of sucks. Like, you'd be like, oh man, your birthday's special on a holiday. Isn't that great? No, it's not. It sucks. None of my friends ever want to hang out on my birthday. So, I'm hanging out with you guys. And I'm technically celebrating tomorrow. / tonight. I don't know. I don't know what I'm celebrating anymore. Just looking good. Looking good for my age. Come on. You ever seen a 25-year-old that looks sexier than me? Be honest. You turned on that live stream, you went, damn. I don't even swing that way, and I want that. You know it? I know it. See, excluding Breath of the Wild, what's your favorite Zelda game? By the way, happy birthday. Thanks, Tyler writes. Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. Didn't see that one coming, did you? Our longtime fans knew that answer already. But, what is Netflix doing? Netflix is being Netflix. I know. I make your birthday all that much better. Adrian! Let's just celebrate it. Damn. Nintendo Prime is sexy. That's right. I swing both ways. I mean, I ain't here to judge. God, stop asking what rank I rank different Zelda games got. I just got done saying earlier it would take me a long time to sort it out. And whatever I tell you now would be different tomorrow, it'll be different the next day. What's so special about Zelda 2? Everything. How about the fact that it actually takes skill? I don't know. Is that like a thing in Zelda? Yeah, it is in that game. It actually requires skill. You can't just button mash to victory. You realize you could waggle / button mash to victory in every single Zelda game but Zelda 2? Yeah, then you get your magic spells and your RPG elements. Starting to make me put it back above Breath of the Wild here quick. Don't do me like that. Zelda 2 is fantastic. Happy birthday, says the elemental hero, the Shadowland Dragon Wolf King. Question: did you see that they are bringing out or talking about Dead Space? What do you think about it? Also, will you stream EA Play? I don't know if I'm going to stream EA Play. It's been so disappointing every year they've had it. It makes me want to not stream it. Yeah. It's been so disappointing. It makes me not want to stream it. But, and then they announced like Dragon Age and Mass Effect aren't going to be part of it, so I don't know. Maybe. I'm gonna put an asterisk on it and just say maybe. Probably not, but maybe. I agree. It was your favorite too. Oh, Tom Anderson, like me, had Zelda 2 at the top before Breath of the Wild came out. Oh, I thought I was alone. I thought I was the only person that had it ranked that high. That's awesome. I'm glad there's another. What's my favorite beer? Probably Angry Orchard, but it's a lot of calories and sugar, so we stick with the light beers. But if I had to choose my favorite, if I was at my ideal weight and size and everything, I'd be sipping the Angry Orchard like a prince. Nate, don't be jealous. I don't have my wife or kids for the 4th. Now look. I'm not jealous that you don't have your wife. I'm sorry that you don't like to party with your wife. That's even when you're with the boys. My girl is the best girl to have around the boys. So, personally, I wouldn't celebrate not having the wife. Because I like partying with my wife, man. She's fucking fun. She brings the party to the party. But the kids, that I can appreciate. The kids are always the drag on having a really great time. And I love my kids. And I like watching them have a good time. But them having a good time isn't the same as moi having a great time. But I'm not jealous. I'm just... I can't really be jealous because I'm going on a cruise. I don't know if you guys realize this. July 20... Let me actually look at the exact date. So we're going to my sister's house, which is by the airport, the night before we fly out. So we're flying out on the 25th. The cruise leaves on the 26th. So we're flying out to Miami, going to Miami. We're actually going to be there kind of early. So we probably do something fun in Miami on the 25th. And then the 26th, we go on our cruise. And then we're gone until Saturday. So, yeah. We have decided, we made an executive decision that I will be making content while on the cruise. We'll see how that turns out. Yulia has decided that I am going to continue to make a video per day while on the cruise. I don't think that's going to work out too well, but she is. Gotta do it. So, we'll see what happens. I'm not bringing this camera, so I don't know. I mean, I could hook up my phone. We'll see what happens. So we'll be bringing the editing laptop and all that jazz on the cruise, making content from the cruise. So don't be too jealous when you see some videos being recorded on the beaches in the Bahamas. Oh, what is this? Oh yeah! Baron Bubby with the $4.99. There we go. I also love Zelda 2, especially the music. Happy 25th Nintendo Prime. Make sure you get your dance on when you're on the cruise. Oh, so here's a fun one for you. My fiance is awesome at partying, right? She loves to party. When we get a chance to, right? She doesn't want to do it all the time. But, she has never been to a club. Ever. And on this cruise, there just happens to be a happening club for the 18 plus crowd. Well, 21 plus crowd. Just happens to be the club of clubs on this cruise. Pretty excited. The one thing we are worried about a little bit is, I have the travel documents here. They just sent me this literally as the stream started. Thank you, by the way. And we don't have active passports right now. Because of COVID, we couldn't get passports. So we booked this cruise like a year ago. Have not been able to get passports this entire time. So she has an old passport that's not active. I don't have a passport. So I was all worried because technically we're leaving the United States about passports. And I'm pretty sure, I'm reading here, like it says that you should bring one. But the passport's only required for air, not by boat. For coming and leaving from a dock. So it looks like I don't need a passport, but they're like, you really should bring one. Can't. Sorry. Although they do say Visa Central. What is Visa? They're saying Visa Central can get me one in a day. I wonder if it's like a temporary one. So to get the real, to get like the full passport, it takes like 6 months right now. But maybe Visa Central is like one of those, hey, we can get you one in a day. So maybe I'll go through Visa Central. What do they charge? Let's see. Traveling soon? I hold a passport. I do not hold a passport. Yeah, travel. No, they do. You can get a same day passport. What do they charge though? No, you can't. You can get a same day renewal. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. Passports are so weird right now. First time passport. There it is. Come on. I do want to make sure. They don't have. Wow, you can't get them right now. So now, not even Visa. So they tell you in the email that Visa Central can get it for you, but they can't. Visa Central's not doing new passports right now. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We just need driver's license for this cruise, but because we're going to the Bahamas, but I think they're U.S. controlled territories, even though they're not states. I don't know. It is what it is. I'll figure it out. It's dumb though because you can't get passports right now. First time passport. You click on it. It opens the same passport information. Renew your I don't have. No, I'm gonna get signed up here. I'll see if I can get Yulia's renewed. It looks like renewing it's a lot easier than getting a new one. Passport. Submit. All right. So I submitted a request. So they're supposed to put me in a queue. But I wish they would tell me how much it costs on this website. Anyways. I've never had a passport before. Thank you for joining the passport priority queue. We'll contact you and expedite you. Yeah, see, they don't have it. They don't have. Can't get passports right now. Expedited. This is so stupid. I looked into this before, and you just like cannot get a damn passport right now. It's so stupid. Anyways, all right, back to the stream. This is something I'll worry about later. You should pre-record some content and just enjoy your cruise. She told me not to pre-record content. She wants me to continue to cover news content, which I can't do by pre-recording. Just make a passport using crayons. What do you think is the most annoying Zelda companion? Try USPS. Well, dude, the passport's important because they say in this thing, they say for travel documents, a valid passport is required for international travel and for entering the United States by air. A valid passport book or other compliant document, blah, 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 is required. We strongly recommend that all guests travel with one, even when not required. The requirements described below are government regulations and policies. Okay? International cruise travel. So, I don't know. Okay, here we go. Domestic travel. So it says the Western Hemisphere Travel Initiative requires that all travelers entering and departing the United States, Canada, Mexico, the Caribbean, because we're going to the Caribbean, and the Bermuda must present a valid passport or Department of Homeland Security approved travel document establishes the bearer's identity and citizenship. Open loop cruises, so voyages that begin in one U.S. port and in another U.S. port, will require a okay, well we don't. We're a closed loop. We begin and end in the same so we begin and end in the same port. Closed loop cruises, voyages that begin and end in the same U.S. port, allow U.S. citizens to travel with additional travel with additional travel documents such as a U.S. birth certificate plus a government issued picture ID card. So if I have my birth certificate and my license, a driver's license, I do not need it because it's a closed loop cruise. The name on your travel documents need to match the name on the cruise line reservation, to be linked by other legal documents such as a marriage certificate, a birth certificate issued by a government agency, birth notice issued by a hospital, blah, 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 is not an acceptable travel document. Yeah, see, I got to worry about Yulia more than I need to worry about me. Yeah. I have to worry about Yulia more than because Yulia is she was adopted, so her green card's expired, her passport's expired, but she has a social security number, and it's weird. It's like she's not a U.S. citizen, but she's a legal resident. It's so weird. So she's who I'm really worried about. So if I just bring my birth certificate and my license, I'll be fine. If I can't get a passport, but hers, I should really try hard to get her passport renewed. Is what it looks like. It looks like I really should try very hard to get her passport renewed. Before we go. Damn it. Call USPS. Yeah, I'll call US. The big thing. Big thing. See me. So it sounds like I don't need a pass. I mean, I should get one. If I can get a passport for myself, I should. But it's Yulia's that I want to make sure I get taken care of. Like if I go to passport renewal. Oh, you don't have to go in person. What's Visa Central do for renewals? Passports. Same day passport renewal. Deliver my passport to me no later than. Oh yeah. Well yeah. Okay. Traveler information. Okay. So I might be able to renew Yulia's passport through Visa Central. Yeah. So it looks like Visa Central is where I want to go for renewals, but I want to go to USPS for new. I don't know. It's confusing. It's all confusing. It's not really your guys' concern. I've been trying to sort this out for like 6 months. Like I went to the USPS to get a passport 2 months ago, and they said we're not doing that right now. Nobody is. Well, now all the COVID restrictions are gone. And we're fully vaccinated. So like it's all whatever. I'm more concerned about Yulia. I need to get Yulia's renewed because she doesn't have an active green card, and it's $1,700 to renew her green card. It shouldn't be but can she get her? The thing is, can she get her passport renewed without an active green card? Even though she's technically pays taxes and is considered a U.S. citizen, but then isn't. It's weird. It's weird. Like, she can't get the star on her license to fly, which we don't need for this trip, but she will need for next time. We can't get the star on her license without the new documents that cost $1,700. It's so ridiculous. The whole process is ridiculous, and it's not even her fault. It's her mom's fault. She didn't file the paperwork correctly, which is why we have to refile the paperwork for $1,700. But yeah, we'll I'll try to get hers renewed here. In fact, maybe I can do it without her even here. No, because I need her passport. I'm gonna call her right now. Actually, I'll just text her quick. I'm gonna see if just entering her passport numbers and all, if I could, because her passport's expired by quite a bit of time, but she does have a passport. Use a wallet-sized passport card to enter the U.S. from Canada, Mexico, and the Caribbean. So if she could just get a card version of it too, not even the full book. I don't know. This is a pain in the butt. Because I would hate to get there and be like, oh, you can't get on the cruise because she doesn't have a U.S. birth certificate. That's my problem right now. Is I have a U.S. birth certificate and a license, so I can get away with not having a passport. I don't know if she can. Nope. CS24 rule, star is needed as of, at least in Wisconsin, as of October 2021. But yeah, I need to figure this out for Yulia's sake. My sake, I'm good. It's a closed loop cruise, so I just need my birth certificate and license. But for Yulia, I think I need to make sure her passport's renewed. And her passport's old, like old. She hasn't used it since like 2002 or something like that. Like, no, wait, 2005, I think was the last time it was used. So it's been a long time. But she technically had a passport, a U.S. passport. So maybe since she had one, it won't be that difficult to renew it. Because maybe it won't matter that her green card is not active since she's already has a social security number and everything and has a prior passport with her current name on it. I mean, they might need to update the picture on it, of course. But yeah. Let's see here. I'm just going to get her entered here. I just need her to send me her passport number. I think she has her passport on her. This is so dumb that I'm wasting stream time figuring this out. But it is really important. That's kind of the thing. It's like a really important part. Like, I would hate to get there and she can't get on the cruise. That would really ruin our fun. Yeah. I need her passport info. I know she has it. Anyways, we'll move on until she texts me back, and I'll try to see what it's going to cost me to get hers renewed. I know it's going to be more. Like, she has to pay more for her driver's license than I do. But, anyways, put her inside your luggage. Well, there is one solution to this. One thing that does count, if you don't have a birth certificate, a marriage license. We're not married. So, all the more reason for us to go to the court and just get eloped. Get eloped quick. Get the documents all officialized. And then she could, like, they're still doing marriage certificates right now. So we could get married officially at the courts, and we can get that done like in the next week, get everything filed. And then the problem with that, the one issue, I don't know if it's going to matter because they don't require our social security numbers, is she would get a new social security number. So that is one issue. Another issue is the cruise is in my name, and my name has to match, and I was going to change my name for when we got married. But, yeah, there's a whole issue with that. Because my last name's Rumpel-Jantz, so we were going to change it just to Jantz when we got married. But, anyways. For the purposes of the cruise, I could just have her last name changed to Jantz. Or I could just keep her name and we could change it later. You know, like you don't have to change your name. That sounds like an Adam Sandler movie, right? Get married just to get on the cruise. We're in Miami. Nope. Time to find somewhere to get married right now. As for scheduling an appointment for my own passport, hold on. Passport, new passport with photo service. $15 fee. Okay, adults, one. Seeing if there's one I can schedule near me. Oh, I can't do it here. I can do it here. Select the time. Huh. Of course, my local post office is still. Oh my. Hold on. Let's say I want to do it next week, Tuesday. $10.15. Okay. All right. I will have to talk to you, Leah, before I schedule mine. I'm going to focus on hers first, and then I'll schedule mine through the post office. And I'll get my, because I don't technically need mine. So I need to worry about getting hers renewed, and then I'll worry about my passport. Dude, it's complicated because, what makes it complicated is because of Yulia. It's not for me. I have my birth certificate. I got a legal copy of my birth certificate, and I have a driver's license. I'm fine. But she's adopted, so it's complicated for her, not for me. Well, Verum Verbi, the problem. Okay, so the issue we have isn't me. I can get a passport. I've always known, like my social security card, I don't even have anymore. It's been destroyed. It went through a wash machine and got destroyed. So I haven't had a social security card in a hell of a long time. But you don't need that to get a passport. Yulia, on the other hand, she's got a social security card. She's got a driver's license, but she doesn't have a U.S. birth certificate. And it makes this really complicated because in a closed loop cruise, you need a birth certificate and a driver's license, or preferably a passport, and a driver's license would circumvent all that as well. So like it's dumb. Because they changed all the laws. What happened is they changed the laws like a decade ago. And her mom never told us about the law change. So around the time I started dating her, they changed the laws on adopted kids. So while she's in the U.S. and can't leave the U.S., she can't re-enter the U.S. either. It's so dumb. So like, it's really because her mom messed up and didn't take care of it back in the day that now we probably have to pay a stupid amount of money. But I'm hoping that because she used to have a passport that we can get through it without... it's the green card not being active that worries me the most. But, I don't know. I've been trying to straighten it out for like 6 months, and everyone I call keeps giving me different answers. We'll try again. I kind of gave up on it because I thought we weren't going to need it. And then I just realized when I got the travel documents today that I don't need it. but she does, probably. Anyways. Yeah, I mean, it is easier just to get married. Then I'm going to worry about shit. She doesn't even need a green card or because she has a social security number and is able to legally get a U.S. license. It's actually super easy to get married. It's like way easier to get married. And then then she doesn't even need a passport. She can just we can just bring the marriage license. I wouldn't even need my birth certificate either. We could literally just bring the marriage license and it would count for both of us in addition to our driver's license. Right? Like, honey, you know how we were going to get married August 21st next year? Maybe that's when the ceremony happens. We're getting married now. Have a good day. I think. I haven't even looked into what you need for a marriage license. What documents are required for a marriage license? Watch. She'll need it even for the marriage license anyways. Do I need all of those? Hold on. You need an ID, Social Security. No, she still needs a birth certificate. She has her birth certificate. It's just not. Maybe it won't matter. Maybe because she has a birth certificate, her birth certificate just isn't U.S. So maybe that doesn't matter. The date of the wedding, marriage license fee, proof of residency. All right. Anyways, just go to Vegas quick and elope. Just get it over with. Some adult business happened, dude. Adulting sucks sometimes, you know? Adulting just sucks. But she does have a birth certificate. I don't think that matters for getting married in the U.S. Because she's already... It's not even the budgeting. Like, I'm not even worried about the cost. I'll find a way to pay the cost. You know, like a marriage license, like $130. I can find a way to pay that. The cost for the passports sounds like it's gonna be like $35 to $50 for me to get a passport. For her, it's a little bit more. Might be like $100. But like, I'm not worried about the cost. I'll figure out the cost. It's everything else surrounding it that I'm worried about. You know. Nintendo Prime. What are you even doing? How are you even paying for this right now? Like, what am I getting charged for right now? I literally have no idea where you're getting this money from. And I told you, it's $20 or bust. Whatever. I'm done talking to that guy. I'm just done. I've had enough. That's just how shocked I am. I'm done talking to that guy. All right. I live in Vegas. I got married in Vegas. Nice. There's no common law marriage in Wisconsin. So we've lived together long enough for common law marriage to apply in most states. There's no common law marriage here. So, yep, sucks because that's the easy cop out. The easy cop out is we've been living together a decade, so common law marriage. It's like after 7 years, but it doesn't apply here. We've tried, or I've tried for tax purposes. I tried to file us as joint married for tax purposes, and it turns out common law does not apply here. Get hitched. Yeah. Honestly, it's getting to that point that it might need to go get hitched. But we'll see. I'll try to like the automated methods of renewing hers, and if it just happens to work, I'm not gonna complain. The state cannot stop the power of love. You can't stop the power of love. The power of love. The power of love. Love, 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 love. What did I just tell you? Go to your room. Go to your room. Yeah, I'm grounding you tonight. I need that money, you fucker. How am I going to buy a passport now? How am I going to buy it now when you're just giving money to Google? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, that's right. Oh, you want to jerk? Go jerk off in a different room. God. Dude, Prime is just fucking me up. It's fine. I'll give you a real shot. You're lucky that I'm celebrating my 25th birthday. Bastard. See what I'm dealing? See the kind of shit I deal with over here? My fiance's blowing money. Got fucking Nintendo Prime blowing money. How am I ever supposed to have money? How am I ever supposed to buy anything I want? Like a passport. He's too powerful. Nintendo Prime's just too powerful. Oh, yeah. That one did not sit well. Ow. Ow. Ugh. Who remembers my last live stream? So on my last live stream, I ended up making like $40. I don't know why I made $40. This guy came in who was just trashing on Nintendo and hating on me and paying $5 a pop to just talk shit about me and Nintendo. It was great. I'm like, I mean, you want to pay to insult me? I mean, who am I to judge? Who am I to judge? Oh, yeah! Oh! Thank you, Justin Basil, for the $3. Thank you, Baron Burby, for the $4.99. Woo! Justin Basil says, you're the best, Nate. I mean, I'm certainly better than that Nintendo Prime guy. He's old. He's got gray hair. I don't know what he's doing. See? Cool. Refreshing. Miller Lite. Baron Verby. It's hilarious that you donate to... No, Nintendo Prime's donating. Don't confuse 25-year-old Nate with 35-year-old Prime. He can fuck off. That you donate to yourself, but why? You're just basically donating to Google. I think they're doing okay. That's a question for Nintendo Prime. You're talking to Nathaniel Rumpel-Jans. I'm the guy that turns 25 on Monday. He's the guy that turns 35 on Monday and has gray hair in his beard. Didn't you see me? I'm like Arabian Night, Arabian Day. I'm getting a tan face with all the black hair, and he's a blondie with gray. Arabian Night. That's right. Don't mess with me. See, he's got blonde hair and gray in his beard. He's an old man. I am tan, black, bearded, Cheers. What's this? What's this? Oh! Ryan C with the $4.99. I don't even know what that was. That's like something my kids do. That's the Aiden dance. The Aiden dance. My son Aiden does a dance like that. He also does a dance conveniently called the Wiener dance. I can't really explain that one. But yes, my son does something called the Wiener dance. No, he doesn't expose himself. But yeah. We'll just leave that. We'll leave that dance alone. Is that how babies happen? Probably. Cheers, Brian. Thank you so much for the $4.99. Whoa, microphone. Look at that Under Armour undershirt. Yeah. No, whatchamacallit today. The, what? Bourbon is way better than Miller Lite. I mean, it'll get you drunk quicker, that's for sure. Let's see here. So, again, we're Q&A time, by the way, if you guys didn't know. At Nintendo Prime in the chat, ask me questions. Obviously, Super Chats bounce everything to the top. All that good stuff. We're having some fun today on an early celebration of my birthday, I guess. Weird. And that's how baby dwarfs are. Jesus. What are you guys doing? What are you even talking about right now? We went on this whole adulting trip down cruise land. You want Link to talk and happy birthday? What? I'm just going up. Happy early birthday, thanks. I think I'm going to be streaming on my actual birthday, but nothing wrong with celebrating twice, right? I'm twice as nice. Besides, we'll see if the black survives to my actual birthday. We'll see. Because obviously, guys, I actually dyed my beard and my hair. I'm not actually black haired. I'm a blondie. I'm like a dirty blonde with gray hair in my beard. But I don't know. What do you guys think of this? I never really asked you guys. What do you guys actually think of the black? I've never dyed my hair like this dark before. Beard, hair combo, even my eyebrows are dyed. I've never gone like this deep into like a really dark color, and I literally went straight to jet black. What do you guys think? You guys like it? No. Maybe it looks like shit. It's not like it looked bad before, by the way. I want to try something different. It's not like a midlife crisis thing. I just wanted to try something different. Like, I'm trying to decide if I want to keep this for the cruise, right? Do I want to keep this all the way through to the cruise, or do I want to change? I mean, I might just try a brown next time and see what that looks like. But I feel like there's a nice contrast, like because I'm getting tan for the summertime, and I'll be on the cruise, which will make me even tanner. I feel like there's a nice contrast with the black and the tan. You know, I feel like it contrasts really well together. But I've never had a black, so. It looks like a dad's beard. Well, I'm a dad. Stay natural, bro. Don't hide age. Says Michael Brown. I don't think this makes me really look younger, to be honest. So, like, when I make the joke that, oh, yeah, I'm 25, and that Nintendo Prime guy with gray in his beard is, an oldie. Like, one, I don't feel old, by the way. Yeah, I turned 35 on Monday, but it's I don't mind. The gray doesn't bother me. It's not like, oh my God, I got gray hair. Oh no, I'm so like my hair up here is no gray, by the way. There's literally no gray in my actual head. It's just in the beard. Like just like a little, like a couple right here, and then like I don't know, like a dozen or so hairs down here that are gray. Um, some people like literally purposely dye to add that gray in. So it's like does it really matter? It doesn't really bother me. I wanted to try something different. That's all. It wasn't me trying to look different. I wanted to look different, but I wasn't trying to look younger, if that makes sense. I just wanted to try a different look. It's kind of like every now and then I'll frost the tips in my hair as well. That's right. I'm a frost tip boy sometimes. It's just something different. It's not really because I'm hiding anything. You're looking like a Jersey boy. Nobody second thinks it like that. So one thing I did notice. So I've been, because I fully vaccinated and everything, been out in public just a smidge. I went out to, Yuli and I went out for some drinks at a local, like a place a few blocks away. We went out and had a date night. Like, I don't know, God, 2 days ago. Because she just went back to work yesterday. So it was the day, so it was like 2 days ago because she went back to work yesterday. She had 2 weeks off work, and we finally went on a date night. And it's the first time I really went out in public around people we might know with me having this, and nobody really even noticed. Everyone thought it looked natural. They thought literally that I just had black. And I think that's because of the full commitment to it, right? Because one, we just dyed it this week, so it's fresh. You don't see like any growing in color changes at the moment. So there's not so it just looks all black. So everything here looks black. We fully committed with the eyebrows as well, and then did the whole head. And people just thought that's just, oh yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. I didn't realize your hair was that dark. Cool. And nobody even questioned that it wasn't natural until we went to my parents' house. So obviously my parents know I don't have black hair, right? They've been FaceTiming me and everything for like days. I had this the whole time. They had no idea. I go in person, right? I'm swimming because they have a pool, right? We're swimming in their pool, and my mom takes one look at me and she goes, "Oh my God, you dyed your hair and your beard. Why? Why?" My mom's just flipping out because she doesn't believe in doing that. Because obviously she knows I don't have black hair. Like, it wasn't that she told me, it's not that I think your hair looks like it's dyed. It's that she knows it's dyed. Like, she knows my hair isn't black. So like, she just got so pissed, and I'm like, Mom, just try something different. I'm just trying something different. Not like my mom hasn't dyed her hair. She just dyes it her natural color, right? So like, oh, if you have some gray but you dye it like, no, people tend not to care if you dye it natural. You dye it natty, because all you're doing is just like returning some color. Yeah, but my mom got all pissed about it. I'm like, I don't know why you're pissed. It doesn't affect your life. But literally none of my friends, nobody else, no one's even noticed. It's like, man, people don't really pay attention to my hair that much. I guess I pay attention to it more than anyone. Anyways. Thank you, Logan LeBlanc, for the $2. I would be hyped for Skyward Sword HD if I could get the amiibo. Yeah, that's a challenge. The amiibo is a challenge. Michael Brown says, just enjoy your natural life, Prime. As a 51-year-old, trust me. See, I don't know. Here's what I'll say, Michael Brown. Cheers, by the way. So, I don't know when I'm going to get gray hair up here. I have no idea. It's going to happen someday, right? Maybe it doesn't happen until my 40s or my 50s. I don't know. Everyone's different. Genetics are different. I could have a fully gray beard, but totally blonde up here, and is what it is, right? I don't care. Like, it doesn't. I don't mind my natural stuff. But when you talk about like enjoy your natural life as a 51-year-old, trust me, who cares? At the end of the day, who cares? If I want to die, and have my hair look a little bit younger than I really am, who cares? Like, I did this, and do I actually feel younger now that I did this? I mean, maybe a little bit. I don't feel like I'm like in my 20s. You know, I joke about 25, but you know, I kind of feel like 30 maybe. It makes me feel like 5 years younger. See, what's weird for me, and this is my argument for why I dyed it, by the way, and I should have just dyed it the natural color. No, you guys wouldn't even notice, by the way. My gray hairs, I don't have enough of them that it's really noticeable on camera, so you guys wouldn't even notice that I dyed it. I would have just dyed it my natural color. But my big thing here is, when I was younger, okay, I have never grown this out. So like, I've grown out a beard one time, like just a big thick beard. My facial hair grows really fast. It takes me like a week and a half, and I'll have like a freaking monster. So I trim it. But see, I like this look on me, right? It's kind of this clean shaved. You know, you keep it down. It's not stubble, but it's not like a full beard kind of thing. I like this look. I never had this look when I was younger. One, I went to private Catholic schools, required to clean shave. Right out of there, I was working at Kmart, which at the time required me to shave. And then I kept the clean shave going after that, just because it was a habit. And then when I decided I wanted to grow it out, I got a job at McDonald's when I was like 24. They required that you clean shave. So I literally stayed clean shaved pretty much all the way up until I met my fiance. And then with her, every time I talked about, hey, you know, do you think I should grow this out a little bit? And she said, no, clean shave. Because she only knew me as clean shaved, right? So she wanted to keep me clean shaving all this past decade, because I literally had done nothing but clean shave pretty much my entire life. I never really tried this look. And then about a month and a half ago, I didn't shave for like 2 days. That's all it took, 2 days. And then I went into the bathroom and I said, I want to try something. So, you know, I shaved down the neck, and I got a clean line, and I cleaned up my lines around here or whatever. And then I just left it like that. I walked out, and my Yulia looked at me and said, man, that looks really good on you. But by that time, I was already starting, like, this wasn't that long ago. By that time, I was already starting to have gray hairs in it. And I'm like, I never got to enjoy trying to have this before the gray hairs. Like, that's my argument to myself, is I wanted to try this just because I haven't tried it without the gray hairs, because I just never got to enjoy that while I was younger, for various reasons. So that's why it's like, I'm just curious, because I never actually got to see it, if that makes sense. And I like it. Yeah, dude, my beard grows way too fast. That's the thing. Like, I'm surprised I can't tell yet about it growing, because I can feel that it's longer, but I can't tell the color difference yet. Which I have more dye, by the way. It's not like, I'll just re-dye it for a bit, especially since my hair is all black and that grows slower. I'll re-dye. I have enough to re-dye my beard, like, I don't know, 3-4 times. So I'll just re-dye it until my hair grows out too far, and then I'll stop. But we'll see. Just know, fellas, trying to beat the inevitable clock. I mean, you're gonna hear Michael Brown. Whether you dye or don't dye, like in terms of dyeing your beard or your hair, like whether you dye your hair or beard or don't dye your hair or beard, doesn't affect when you're gonna die. You're gonna die when you're gonna die. I could die tomorrow. I could die in 50 years. I have no idea when I'm gonna die. You know, you're not beating the clock by dying. You're just making you feel good about yourself. You can't change how old you are. I joke, oh, I feel a bit young. You can't change how old you are. I'm going to be 35 on Monday. I can't change that. But it doesn't mean I can't, like, enjoy looking good. I do think that I like this black look, this black beard, black hair look, more than I thought I would. I wasn't so sure about it at first, but now it's kind of growing on me, and I don't know if I want to go back to natural. I might keep it black for a while. We'll see. We'll see. Haven't decided. Might at least keep it through the cruise, and then we'll see after. You lost 150. Yeah, see, and for you lost a bunch of weight. I mean, it's one of those, you can't change your age, but you can, feel a little bit good about yourself. It's not a big deal. And this takes all of 5 minutes. Literally, it was like this goop. You mix it together. You got your gloves on, and then just 5 minutes. hop in the shower, which it didn't work as well as they said it would in terms of washing out. So then we have like these alcohol wipes, and we went like this over my head, and then it looked fine. But yeah, I'm not afraid of gray hair. Gray hair doesn't bother me. And it looks like with the genetics I have that I'll probably not have many gray hairs in my natural head hair for a while. Amor, I should give you some of my weight. Why don't you take like a cool 70 pounds off me, throw it on you, and then I'm done losing weight. That'd be great. That'd be great. I'll get to where I want to be weight someday. I have backed off on my weight loss a lot this summer, a lot more than I planned on. It's just been a super busy summer. It's not an excuse, right? Losing weight's a lifestyle change. And I was so committed to that lifestyle change for so long. And I have lost a lot of weight over the last couple of years, but I should be already at my ideal weight, and I'm not. I just don't let myself get down about it. Love me for me, baby. You'll take 50 of it? Sweet. I have the genetics of Captain Caveman. My beard grows too fast. Nice. Believe they should create a Wild Wild West open world. Hell, throw Will Smith and the other guy in it. Oh, from that movie. What was that movie called? Wild Wild West? What was that called? The Will Smith movie. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I think it was called Wild Wild West, wasn't it? Oh yeah, drinking that water like a champ. I'll tell you a key to gaining weight. Order Domino's pizza. Order the pan pizza. And eat the whole pizza for like 3 meals a day. You'll gain some weight. You'll gain a lot of weight really quickly. That's a lot of calories. Just eating one of those whole pizzas is a shitload of calories, let alone 3. You're like eating the Rock number of calories. God, the Brewers won again. The Milwaukee Brewers have won 10 straight games. Good for them. And how about the Bucks, baby? Yeah. Go Bucks, go. Go Bucks, go. Hopefully get a win tomorrow and end up in the finals. Who needs Giannis? Need 1,000 calories. That's not enough. More, that's not enough. When I say eating a full pan pizza from Domino's Pizza, you're eating like 3,000 calories. Okay? Just to put this in perspective. And then do it 2 more times. That's it. You ate 9,000 calories. Yeah, 1,000 calories. That's not enough. 1,000 calories isn't enough. Say you eat 3,000 calories a day. That's probably not enough for you to gain weight because your body naturally burns that. If you want to gain weight, you got to eat more calories than your body burns a day. How much are they? They're not that bad. I think I don't know what they are in your area, but I think there's a national deal for $5.99. Choose any 2 or more. National deal, $5.99. So you can get you got to pay like $1 extra for the pan. So you get buy like 2 of them. You know, you buy 2 of them. There's your lunch and dinner. And you can get up to 2 toppings. So you end up spending like $7 a pizza. I mean, it's a lot of calories. It's a shitload. But if you're trying to gain weight, that's the biggest thing with gaining weight is same thing with losing weight. Gaining weight, you need to eat more calories than your body burns per day, and you will factually gain weight. You want to lose weight. It's not necessarily about the exercise. It's about the diet. You need to eat less than your body burns in a day. That's a lot of calories. I've been on that 2 pizza a day diet before. It really wasn't a diet. I was just a fat ass. And I blew up to 300 on that shit because my body only burns about 1,800 calories a day. So yeah, I blew up like a fucking blimp eating fucking pizza. I love pizza, by the way. It's so good. So tasty. And then like you get like the garlic butter sauce. You want to throw some extra calories on top. Get the garlic butter sauce and then drizzle it all over the pizza. And then like get like an extra garlic butter sauce pack or just a marinara pack. And, like dip the crust in it. I'm telling you, I know all the ways to get fat. I know how to get fat. I don't care how much your body burns calories. I can find a way to plump you up. I can fatten anyone. I know all the ways. The fat guys know how to get fat. I'd love your homemade pizza, probably. Best toppings on a pizza? Oh, see, I'm like, so sometimes if I can just have any toppings I want, I usually go pepperoni, sausage, bacon, like breakfast bacon. So I put 3 meats on, and then I go pineapple. I know, really weird, right? Like, why would you mix pineapple? I just like the sweetness added in. Then onion. Again, see, weird. Isn't that such a weird, like pineapple, onion, and meat? Like, what? No, that's me. Green pepper, black olive. Every now and then I'll throw some jalapenos on. That's kind of like my garbage pizza. If I could just have anything I want. Otherwise, I'll go like pepperoni pineapple. I think is a really nice combo for me. If you don't like pineapple, obviously pepperoni sausage is always a good combo. I pretty much always have pepperoni. I just like pepperoni. Send me a picture in Discord. Pizza with pineapple. I mean, I know not everyone's into that. Pizza with pineapple is not for everyone, but I like it. I like it. I'm a pineapple pizza kind of guy. My youngest son, Oliver, he's 5 years old. His favorite pizza is pineapple pizza. Literally, just cheese pizza with pineapple on it. Pineapple pizza. No Canadian bacon or anything, so not like a Hawaiian. Just pineapple pizza. And he likes it. Pineapple and pepperoni and bacon. Yeah, it's a good combo, dude. And then I like spice. So like I'll put red pepper flakes on, which are like next to no calories. So it's like a guilt-free addition to make it spicy. But that's me. What's not guilt-free is when you drizzle on the garlic butter sauce. When you drizzle the garlic, that's not, I mean, you're adding like 300 calories to the whole pizza. Doing that. Like, that's not guilt-free. But it does taste good. And if you want to get even more awesome, so you could drizzle on a full pack of the 300 extra calories of the garlic butter sauce on. And then you sprinkle some of the red flakes on. Then you come back in with some grated Parmesan cheese on top. Add another 200 calories in that. And all of a sudden, I told you, you can get really dangerous with pizza really fast. Like end up having like 600 calories a slice by the time you're all done with it. It's insane. But God, it tastes so good. We went from 330 to 170. Nice, man. Just too thin. Yeah, 170 at 6 foot. I think that's a little too thin. You can lose while drinking. So I've lost. I'm still sitting around the 100 pounds I lost from my heaviest. And like I was still drinking while I was losing weight. You can still drink and lose weight. You need to pay a lot more attention to how many calories you put. Like when I do this, I know that this is a lot of calories. Okay, I'm not stupid. The cream in this is very high calorie. This isn't too bad. Like I haven't even finished one beer, so it's not too bad. But like this is a lot of calories. You gotta pay a lot of attention to your calories when you drink. But then I compensated for my drinking by working out. So like my food diet was how I lost weight, and then if I added extra calories from drinking, I would then work off every calorie I drank with working out. Chicken cubes, cream cheese, corn and bacon. Oh yeah, and like I like a good barbecue chicken. I'm not a big taco. I love tacos, but I'm not a big taco pizza guy. But like a barbecue chicken or an Alfredo chicken pizza is also really good. Alfredo chicken one's super fucking high in calories. There's so many different ways you make pizza. Tequila, rose, strawberry. So my fiance's favorite now is mango daiquiris. That's her favorite drink right now. Mango daiquiris, blended. Yeah, she likes that now. She said she's had a few other drinks. She's been like she likes Bloody Marys as well, but now she's big into mango daiquiris, blended mango daiquiris. Hot sauce. Yeah, I feel like hot sauce too. You can always sprinkle some hot sauce on different. There's always different types of hot sauce you can put on the pizza. I'm not a big hot sauce on pizza guy, but I don't mind it. I've done it. I don't like ranch, so I wouldn't put ranch on. There's so many different ways to do pizza. You guys are just making me hungry. I'm trying not to eat pizza right now. I've cut pizza out of my diet. I had some like 2 days ago, and I stepped on the scale yesterday, and I'm like, I got to start paying more attention to what I'm eating. I really gotta. I got off my diet there while Yulia was took 2 weeks off work. I stopped paying attention to what I was eating, and I started thinking back. Like, God, I was eating a lot of junk, just so much high calorie crap the last 2 weeks. I ended up pounding 20 pounds back on. Wasn't happy about that. I'd like to lose that 20 pounds again before the cruise, and I know I can. Literally, it's just go back to how I was dieting in the first place, and I'll probably lose that 20 pounds before the cruise. I know you'd be like, that's a lot of weight to lose before the cruise in 3 weeks. My body just will lose that 20 pounds like that. You just have to go back on it. Probably get to it starting tomorrow. Get back to my protein drinks for breakfast and all that jazz. It's not a big deal. It's not like I am starving. I just food tastes good. I want to be able to be on my cruise and be 20 pounds lighter than I am now. So when I'm inevitably on my cruise and I put 15 pounds back on because I'm eating lobster or something, but I just don't care because it's a cruise. I don't want to be like where I'm at now and then pack another 15 on top of where I am now. Then that might upset me. But if I lose the 20 and then I end up putting it back on during the cruise, I'm okay with that, right? I don't want to be bigger than I am right now. I want to. Where I am right now is the largest I'm comfortable at now. I used to be like 350. It was massive. But where I'm at now, I'm comfortable at it, but I'm not happy with it, right? I want to be about, I don't know, like I said before, 70 pounds lighter than I am now. Is where I want to be. But I'm okay at where I am now. I don't want myself to get bigger than where I'm at right now. Does that make sense? Like, I if I lost 40 pounds, this shirt would fit. I'd be able to button it. Like I could force it and button a couple buttons, but it would just come undone. Anyway, how much do you approve of Nintendo's president? I see people rate how they think they are. You mean Shintaro Furukawa? I think he's doing fine so far. I don't think there's much to really rate him on. I'll give him some credit that, hey, we're going to be 5-6 years into Switch and we're still getting a bunch of really good games. That's really good. Nintendo usually flames out by then, so that's actually really, really good. But we'll see. He hasn't really had to make, in my opinion, a lot of big decisions yet. I think he was set up for success with Switch. So we'll have to see what happens after Switch. But I think Switch, I think Iwata really had him set up really well to succeed. So we'll see what happens. You don't need a perfect bod. Yeah, I used to have a 6-pack back in the day. It was so hard to maintain that. I would like to have a 6-pack again just one day. But like maybe I just wanted to get the 6-pack again one time just to prove I could do it if I really want to. I think it's more like I want to prove to myself I can do it, and then I'm never going to maintain it because I don't care about that. But just hitting it one time, being like, yeah, that's pretty cool to know that I have that capability still, and then just don't care after that. I mean, I'm not going to let myself get massive, but whatever. Get the classic dad bod. I'm beyond dad bod right now. I mean, this is beyond dad bod. I was already past dad bod when Yulia met me. I drink it in 3 days. Dude, I could drink like a 12-pack a day and not even feel it. It's so stupid. I hate that I'm a heavy drinker. It's cool for live streams, but like I really hate that I'm a heavy drinker. One, because it's a lot of calories. Two, God, it's so expensive for me to get buzzed. It's so dumb. Go to a bar and I gotta spend like $80 to even begin to feel things, and that's if I'm doing shots. So lame. And Jin Sharky 89, I know all about fasting. You gotta tell me. I know all about fasting. Oh, I don't care what people think about me on the. Oh, fuck everyone else. People can look at me and think I'm a fucking fat ass on the cruise. I don't give two flying fucks. I can fuck off. Judgmental pricks. Who cares? I ain't there to impress them. When I talk about weight loss, I'm talking about it for me and obviously for my long-term health. It's not healthy for me to stay fat. For my long-term health, based on my family history, it's not good for me to stay this big. Buy a handle of Evan Williams and mix it with Diet Coke. Do-do-do. Got it sent through finally. Oh, the picture of your homemade pizza. Let's see what you got. I'm sure I'd like it. What is it? You got Why am I contact? Well, I'm not supposed to wear my contacts yet. That's why it's probably getting blurry from. So what is that? Is that tomato? What is that? Is that red pepper or tomato? I can't tell. And black olive. You put sauce. Are you one of those people that put sauce on top? Looks good. Whatever it is, it looks pretty good. I do homemade pizza every now and then. One, it's a lot healthier to do homemade too. You can save on calories because you know what's in the crust. You can make a crust. The crust and the cheese are what get you for calories. But you can do lighter cheeses and way lighter crusts. Then end up not like it's not like I have to give up pizza. I just have to make healthier pizza. It's like I can't have Domino's once in a while. You just can't have it every day. Tomato. It was actually homemade sauce on that one. Nice. Yeah, I've done some homemade sauces before. I don't like eggs. I mean, let me correct. I like eggs, but the way that I like them is not healthy. So I'll just have the protein. It's fine. The way that I like eggs is not good for me. So, no, E3 is gone, and we're going to have a hangover time in games until next year. Like, guys, I don't need advice on how. So when I talk about losing weight, I don't need advice. I already know what to do. That's not. Literally, my grandmother's a nutritionist. I already know everything to do. That's not. It's more the willpower to do it, the motivation to do it. I'm not as motivated as I was before, and I think I know why. So, I got motivated 2 years ago. Some people might remember I had a heart attack back in 2019, and it was primarily due to my weight. So I was massively motivated at the time to lose weight, get my blood pressure under control, get everything under control, get healthy. Well, my blood pressure is basically under control now, so it's like my motivation was to get my BP down to lower my risk of future heart attacks, and I've kind of done that. So now it's like, what's my motivation to lose more weight? Well, the motivation to lose more weight is one, I want to feel more comfortable in my body. I don't feel comfortable in my body. I don't like that when I stand up in my chair, I need to make sure I pull my shirt down so you don't see my belly. Like, I don't like having to think of things like that. I would rather just not care if you saw my belly. I would like to be more comfortable in my body. But how much of that is enough motivating to me versus having some pizza, having some tacos, having a burrito, having this, having that, blah 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 blah, having some ramen noodles. Like, what's motivating to me? And I don't know yet because my fiance doesn't really care. She loves me the way I am. Our sex life's great. It's not like our sex life, maybe it gets better if I lost weight. I have no idea, but it's pretty fucking great as it is right now. So I'm not complaining. She doesn't seem to be complaining either. So there's not really a reason for her to lose it. The reason has to be all about myself and wanting to feel comfortable in my body. Since health-wise, I'm doing better now. So now, to lose the rest, it's not about health, at least right now. Long-term health, it could be. But my current state of health, I'm fine. So now, how am I going to push myself to keep going? So, and I know the big thing is I want to be comfortable in my body, and I don't need to be skinny again. I want to be clear. I don't need to be a thin boy again. But would I like to be 50, 70 pounds lighter? Yeah. That doesn't make me a thin boy, but it makes me a heck of a lot more comfortable in my body than I am now. So it's, what do I do to get there? What do I do to, and I know what to do to get there. It's like, but motivation versus wanting to eat whatever I want to eat. I do enough to not gain now. Like I have a threshold that I hit that I won't allow myself go past anymore. But it's like, but how do I get myself down? I know how to get down. I know how to stay down. The motivation? How do I get the motivation? That I don't know. That's the part I'm struggling with now. Is just the motivation to finish it off. I'm so proud of myself for losing the weight I did and getting my heart rate under control. But now, what do I do to get to that next level? What's that next big motivation that's going to get me there? That I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be. We don't have a Costco near us. I've had cauliflower pizza before. It's okay. I think it's not even the pizza. I don't have pizza that often. To be completely honest, I don't have it that often. It feels like it because I've had it twice in the last week, which is a lot for me. But I was at my parents' house, and my parents are friends with the owners of Domino's, and they get free Domino's pizza. So, like, every time I'm over there, they always order in pizza, and I'm like, fine. I mean, it's fine for the kids. It's just not great for me. But that's why it feels like I've had a lot of pizza lately. I usually don't have pizza that often. I love pizza, but I don't have to have it. Like, I ate so much of it when I was younger that I don't feel like I have to have it all the time or anything like that. And again, it's less about what foods I eat. It's more about my motivation to get back. I know how to lose weight. I've proven to myself I know how to lose weight. I know how to work out. I know how to do everything I need to do to get to where I want to be. It's not about what to do. It's about the motivation to do it. So, I don't know. Because my motivation before was always get my heart under control. Well, my heart got under control at a higher weight than I thought it would. So, do I pretend my heart's not in control? No, because I know it is. So it's like, yeah. Am I doing a Skyward Sword HD stream? I am planning to. Yes, I will say that is the plan. That is the current plan. The current plan, everyone, is to stream Skyward Sword HD on the 16th. Heidi ho. Michael Brown says, I lost. See, okay. To me, it's not about what I have to do to lose weight. I know how to lose weight. Losing weight's not the problem. Strangely enough. For most people, it's like, oh, how do I create a diet and a lifestyle that enables me to lose weight? I already know what that diet and lifestyle is because I lived it for over a year. I know what it is. I know what to do. It's not hard. Like, I thought it'd be hard. I didn't even have to give up drinking. I was still able to drink and lose weight. Like, it's not hard. It's just, what's easier? No longer monitoring what you're intaking all the time and just eating whatever the fuck you want to eat when you want to eat it. Like, that's the thing. It's not hard, but it's still harder than just not giving a shit. So, what's your relationship like with Samus Hunter? I mean, the same as it's always been, I guess. I don't know. Last talked to her like last week, privately. Why? It's not like we're on bad terms or anything. Just, I don't know. Let the love for your kids motivate you. Fuck your instant gratification. Think of being there for them in the future. So, it's weird. So, like, my kids, okay, they're 5, 8, and 10. knock on wood, barring something unforeseen happening, I should be fine for them all the way through college. See, my thing is, like, living long isn't for my kids. Because, honestly, based on my current health, I should be fine, and I'll make it my kids through college or whatever they decide to do, probably well up until my youngest kid's in his 30s, based on my current health. So, like, it's not necessarily about my kids. Because, honestly, once you get to a certain point, your kids grow up. They have their own families and their own lives going on. Yeah, I'm sure I'll be part of those lives to an extent as a grandparent, or this one might turn to me for advice or something. But at the end of all of that, it's really my wife that I grow old with. I don't really grow old with my kids, right? Like, my kids go off to have their own lives, and who I'm left with every day is my wife. And she should really be the motivation to want to live as long as I can for her. Because I'm already older than she is. I'm 5 years older than she is. So, like, wanting to, well, I guess not 5. I'm 4 years. 4 years in a week older than she is. So, yeah, there's that 1 week where I'm 5 years older, but it's 4 years in a week. So, like, my motivation should be that since I know I'm older than she is, that I should be doing my best to take care of me so I can be there for her and take care of her as long as I can. Should really be the motivation. Like, my kids, I'll be fine. I don't think my health is gonna go so south that I won't be there for my kids through the times that they mostly need me. But I do think, for the sake of my fiance, that should be something I consider more. I don't know. It's tough also when she loves me the way that I am and doesn't really care if I lose or gain weight anymore. So, like, that also doesn't help. But she's like, you don't have to lose weight, man. I love you as you are. You're good. I'm like, I know. It's not about that. Like, she just told me the other day I'm a freaking 8.5 to her. An 8.5. Look at me. I think I'm a decent looking guy, right? I know there's a lot uglier looking than me. 8.5? Even on my best days, I'd say I'm no higher than a 6 or a 7. And she's like, 8.5. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, so, like, yeah, I could get to a 10 for her, but 8.5 is pretty fucking good. Is it possible to be on your podcast? And if so, what are the requirements? What's up, Flippin'? So, my podcast. Yes. One, you gotta have a decent mic. That's number one. If you don't have a camera, it's fine. You have to have some sort of decent mic. It can't be like a laptop microphone. That's not gonna work. Two, I don't invite the general public on my podcast. It's just, it gets really sticky when you just start to let anyone on your podcast. So what we have is a Patreon that you could sign up and is a $20 member, and you get invited on one podcast a month by joining our Patreon. Now all of our $20 members like haven't really been taking advantage of it. We don't have that many $20 members now, but we used to have more of them, and basically no one ever took advantage of it. So I stopped messaging them. But yeah, basically, if we get like a new $20 patron, I would message them on Patreon and be like, "Hey, when do you want to come on? This is our schedule." And we go from there. So then you get invited on once a month for that. There's not really any other. I don't have any other way for the public to come on besides our Patreon. That's just the way that is. Sounds weird, but oh yeah, you can come on, but you got to pay me. It's a way to filter out people more than anything. It's kind of like the reason that I just don't friend everyone in the chat on my what you call it list on my Switch, because then I end up maxed out all the time, and then when patrons or other people want to play with me, I can't add them because my list is full. So it's more like a filter than anything. And it's set at $20, and there's limited slots. There's like 10. There's 10 slots, I think. I don't know, something like that. Later, Michael. You have a good night, man. Yeah, the stream's kind of dying down, even though it's super chill right now. Brian said I need to come on a podcast sometime. I mean, again, decent mic. Now, would I prefer you to be on camera? Sure, absolutely. You can be on camera. You know, we hook up on Discord, you can do a video call, but you don't have to be. I don't require our guests to have to be on camera. Now, when I bring YouTubers on, of course, they already have the setup for it, so why not? But I don't expect, you know, fans to have cameras. But it has to be a halfway decent microphone. You need to do some testing with it. You need to wear headphones when you're on. Make sure there's no echo. All that jazz. It doesn't have to be the greatest microphone ever, by the way. Like, it doesn't have to be like $100 lav mic or, you know, anything like that. It could be like, it could literally be a headset. I'm socially awkward. That's all right. What's up, Dennis ZZ? How's it going, man? How is it going? Has Yulia gotten back to me yet? Trying to get her passport information. Damn it. I probably gotta call her. Maybe she fell asleep. She does the night shift partially at work, and sometimes she falls asleep. I'll call her in a bit, because I'm probably going to end the podcast here soon. My left contact's getting blurry too quickly, and it's because I'm not supposed to be wearing them yet. I put them in just for this live stream, and I shouldn't have. I should have just worn my glasses. And I still have an infection in my left eye. I'm on some heavy antibiotics, but I thought I'd be fine, but it's actually bugging me more than I thought it would. There's a reason they told me to wait. Damn it. But today, Mario Golf, really enjoying it. Nice, man. AirPod Pros? Yeah, they might be all right. I don't have any AirPod Pros, so I'm not sure on the quality of them. I'm sure the camera's fine. The iPad camera's fine. I know the iPad camera's fine. That's not a problem. All phones and iPads and all that are pretty good cameras now. You should be close and befriend people who exercise a lot to motivate you. I don't have a lot of friends, so let's just start with that. You want to know who my best friend is? Eric Moore. Eric Moore is 3 times as big as I am. Actually, no, not. He's twice as big as me. No motivation coming there. I don't have any other friends. Why don't I have other friends? I have acquaintances. But why? Because I'm a parent of 3 who works 40 hours a week at home and does YouTube. I don't have time for that shit. I'm just being just total honesty. I ain't got time for friends. I got a family. I got 3 kids. I got a fiance. I ain't got time for that shit. Now, if my fiance was big into working out, that would be a motivator, but she's not. So, I tried to be a real mic and webcam, but I was told not to by someone. Are you talking about me? Because, yeah, you don't need to, technically, to be a YouTuber or anything. You think Bloomberg will have another article soon for the Switch Pro? Nope. I don't think Bloomberg's going to talk about it again until, like, September. I honestly think they're not going to have anything on it till September. Do I prefer buying Switch games digitally or physically? I don't really have a preference, to be honest. Like, I own a physical copy of Mario Golf, but a friend got it for me for my birthday. I personally don't give a shit if I have a physical copy or not. So, it's kind of a meh. Your girlfriend? Oh. Wait. You're saying your girlfriend wants to be on camera? With you? Private video? Brian C. Brian C, you naughty boy, you. Naughty, tut, tut, tut. I've only played adventure mode. In fact, I'm going to grab my Switch because after I get my Yulia's passport information, I am going to play some Mario Golf tonight. Let me grab it. Oh my god, I'm knocking down stuff. Yeah. So I'm gonna play some Mario Golf tonight. Fully charged. Perfect. No, she said I couldn't. You couldn't buy one? You see this, Brian? This is all the camera you need for all the fun. I mean, I'm not saying I know from personal experience, but I know from personal experience. I don't think so, Tony Berg. I'm so convinced it's how